Who's watching? What's up, everybody? Trying to share the link on Instagram and start sculpting. I got a bunch of photos and videos, some funny ones. I want to post something funny today. Who's watching? Say hi. Hello. By the way, I got a new microphone. I hope my audio is better today. I think I'm gonna post this one. Okay, I just posted the link on Instagram as well. Let me check how many people are watching, because nobody said hi. I'm guessing it has to be just 1 or 2. Let's wait and see. Where's the link? Oh, 4 people. Hello. Hello, people. What's up? What's up, everybody? I'm trying to start sculpting this little angel here. Today I'll be working on this little creature here. Oops, no. I'm just pressing buttons randomly. Hello. The real does. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Hello, what's up? This curly cute hair is gonna be a big challenge to sculpt, I guess. Let's see. Hello, Uzair. What's up? It's very weird because this little creature looks like is a grown-up man, but it's little. Every time I get confused, like, what kind of character should I give to this little creature? So I'm just gonna playing around, and at some point I guess I'll just find the balance. So for now, I'm just going to, you know, as usual, as I'm always saying, I'm gonna start with the bigger forms, get the proportions, and all that bigger proportions and forms correct, and then I'll start adding detail. Don't get tired of this sentence, okay? I'm gonna do this forever. And I'm gonna keep saying it, because that's the way, that's how I do it every time. So if I don't get tired of it, it means that at least to me, that's how it should be. Like if I don't do things step by step, I will never be able to sculpt as good as I'm doing now. I get messages. Let's see if I posted the link on social media or no. Okay. I think the link is there. Let me check again. And see also how many people are watching on YouTube, because I cannot see here on the OBS. Yes, the link is there. And 6 people already watching. The problem is that I don't know if my audience are painters or mostly sculptors, because it's mixed, Once you're in the industry, like miniature industry, everything is mixed. I would love to actually make contents for both painters and sculptors, but I don't really know, like, if I have like many people, many painters watching, or it's just a few. Hello, Diogo. What's up? Uzair. I do sculpting, a job, but learning anatomy right now. That's great. What do you use for learning anatomy? Do you sculpt, like practice, or you just watch tutorials? Sculpting for 3D printing. Yeah, that's what I do too. Diogo, just chilling. Yeah, right. It has to be like lunchtime over there, right? I am not really sure how I'm going to make this curly hair. I actually looked for some references from like classical statues to learn how to sculpt curly hair. but it wasn't like long curly. It was all like small curly hair. So I didn't save any of them. Just in case to not, not copy those, style by mistake. Because sometimes it happens. Sometimes you're looking at a wrong reference and unconsciously you're copying it because obviously you're looking at it. Emir, do you start with scratch? Well, now no. But it depends on the project. But usually I start with a mannequin or I start with a base mesh. It's easier to save time. Uzair currently doing Letitia Gillette's style character course. Okay, awesome. I'm planning on doing stylized characters instead of realistic characters. That's awesome. That's something that I'm not able to do. It's like I can sculpt stylized characters, but I think I'm not like as talented as, for example, Daniel, Katya. Like these guys are perfect for sculpting stylist characters because it's already in their talent. I think I'm more focused on realistic characters, but it also depends on what you actually like. Do you guys hear the music? Because I suddenly don't hear any music. The background music is back now. All right. I think Sergio Velandia has a good curly hairbrush too. Well, I I try to avoid using hairbrushes as much as possible because I'm approaching this, how do you call it, like classical statues style. So I prefer to do everything with all the brushes that I have here. I use standard brush, I use dam standard. I even use clay tubes for sculpting hair, but sometimes hair brushes also help, like for the beginning it helps, but then I prefer to, fix things by all the other brushes that I have here, the handy ones. But sculpting hair is really, really challenging. It is always challenging to sculpt hair. One trick for sculpting hair is to always make, like, first make hair strands. Here you barely can separate hair strands because everything is like snakes, you know, into each other, and it's really challenging to do this one. But for example, like if it's like straight hair or maybe like mine, it's like you can make like our sketch on the photo to separate the hair strands and then add details on the different strands. That's how I do it most of the time. Hi Hadi, what's up? Uzair, I get stuck with overlapping standards all the time. Yeah, that's also another problem. Well, it's fun. It's fun to do. At the end of the day, it's really fun. also want to do some face. It's really horrible what you see here, but we are gonna fix it. We are going to fix it. So I think, yeah, because here we see only just a little bit of the lips and almost no chin. So he has to look like this. And maybe a bit more to the left. But the neck has to be here. And then we can fix this part later. For now, I'm just going to sketch. This part is gonna be hidden, so we don't care. The important part here is to get the proportions of the face. Oh, and there's a mess here. I'm gonna need some ears. I mean, as a base mesh. Oops. I'm just, roughly placing some parts, like, ears. And I also want to do a quick sketch of the face here. Should I also go live on Instagram, or it's too soon now? I'm gonna be live only for 1 hour. So maybe just a few minutes more on YouTube, and then I'm gonna go live also on Instagram. I think I'm gonna get rid of this, because there is, like, this mess here. So I have to, oops, what just happened? Okay, never mind. How many people are watching? Let's check. 8 people. Okay, that was a quick sketch of the lips. And for the eyes, I'm not sure because it's not in the symmetry. Maybe it's better to import and sphere, or no, maybe better to just sketch for now. I want some fat on the face because, you know, he is really fat on the like lower part of the face, like most of the kids. But from the nose looks like a grown-up man. Also from the eyes and eyebrow looks like a grown-up man. But it's just copy what we see. I think for the next session, or maybe not next session. Next session maybe better to keep this as the final session of sculpting Michel Angelo's painting. But for the other session, I'm gonna choose another one because I'm already getting tired of this piece. Puffy cheeks, yeah. Exactly, puffy cheeks. It's really challenging when the face is not in the symmetry. I think Hadi is gonna block me for what I'm doing now. Because he's a portrait artist. So this is not very pleasant for him to watch someone sculpting like in a weird way. With a base mesh that is not even in symmetry. I think the nose has to be like this. I still think that okay, I think this lower part of the face in general has to be shorter. Like shorter like this. No, not the nose. Maybe take it a bit lower. Here we are. And you know, kids has this type of puffy cheeks that it's like okay, maybe that was too much. I'll just use standard brush to dig this, you know, this part of the forehead and eyes and nose. And he has really big eyes, I can say. It looks like he has really big eyes. Joshua. Hey, what's up? How you doing? form correction on the lips. Still, I think the lips are not placed correctly. Maybe a bit higher, like this. Smooth. And okay. This has to go backward because we're seeing too much of the forehead here. And maybe the whole head and shoulder has to move a little bit to the left, because here I see more distance between the eyes and, you know, face of the angel compared to the face of the god. Maybe like this. But I also have to be careful with the lower part, which is here, the hip and, you know, the feet. Well, we can change that part later easily. I can just, you know, mask and move the lower part without concerning about the head. Okay, maybe just a little bit more, because I think we see a bit of the ears. His face should be looking down more as well, no? Yes, you're right. Has to, you know, rotate the whole face a bit down. Yes, you're right. Let's just move the head and hair a little bit to the left and try to Uzair, I think he's looking more downward too. Right, guys. I'm trying to do it now. Thank you. Okay. How does it look like now? Maybe just a little bit. Yeah. Yeah. It's actually looking more mysterious, you know, like looking like this to the new creature, which is Adam. It's like, no, we are better than you. Like, you know, those religious stories about angels getting jealous of Adam, the new creation of God. This has to be another curly puffy. It looks like ice cream. Everything looks like ice cream to me. So it has this kind of, oops. I need my dear Sculptors Pro. You see how useful is Sculptors Pro? Let me check. Yeah, there's two curves here. 1 and 2. so there's one here and two here. Oops. And then there's 1, 2, 3 here, or 2. We can consider it 1, 2, and 3. I need to turn on back face mask to not affect the back of the mesh. Okay. Diogo, sorry, I'm kind of a perfectionist. I think its whole body needs to rotate a bit as well. In the reference, you can see part of his belly below the arm. Let's check. Right, we can see it. Also here, I mean, it's not sculpted yet, but yeah, it's gonna be like that. There's this, you know. I have to sculpt the lower part. It's not even there yet. But thank you for mentioning. With sculpting, I'm always perfectionist too. If I like the concept, I'm always like, you know, pushing to the perfection. But if I'm not really a fan of the concept, I probably wouldn't like to spend too much time on it. But I mostly sculpt what I love, so I usually do that. Fair enough, right? I think there is a very cute curl here. Here in the... Yeah. I think I'll also try to go live on Instagram. Let's see how many people watching here. 13 people. And I need to connect OBS stream to Instagram. I'm gonna need just a few seconds. If you have any questions, you can write always in the comments. Copy. Need to copy. Streaming, server, paste. Copy. Paste. Okay. Stream. It has to work in just a few seconds. I have to be live now, both on YouTube and Instagram. I already can see people joining the live on Instagram. Hello, hello, what's up? What's up, people from Instagram? From Dulio, hello, 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 everyone. What's up? The music is suddenly gone again. Nuts. Back. So for the people on Instagram, I'm trying to sculpt this little creature, the angel here. And here is the reference that I'm using. I'm trying to sculpt the hair of this little guy. And I already sculpted some part of the hair, which is really challenging, but here we are to continue. There is this a small curl here that I'm trying to sculpt. It looks kind of cute, like it's curly at the end, and it has some ice cream shapes here, like ice cream in a cone. Okay. Let me know if the music is too loud. Is the music alright? Because I kind of hear it a bit too loud. I also feel like the forehead has this cute form here. Diogo, yeah, the music is okay on the stream. Thank you, Diogo. It's a bit too loud in my on my headphone, so I want to make sure that it's alright. Hello, people on Instagram. What's up? This is the form that we see mainly on kids' forehead. It's like very puffy forehead, and then there's this cute, like, you know, form of inverted form here, and then suddenly is like filled with some muscles here. It's cute. But I have to, I think, make it a bit shorter because now it looks too long. Oops, I need to switch off the back face mask. How long have you been working on this piece so far? I think I opened it like 10 times for like 1 hour, but I used base mesh, so it wasn't like I didn't start any of these figures from scratch, so just 10 times, maybe for 1 hour. But it's I still have to sculpt other figures here, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7 and 8 remaining, but I was thinking, you see this part is so empty here. I was thinking that I'm going to sculpt them like a relief statue, just make some like, you know, sketchy relief statue kind of things, but I'm not sure. I need to try and see because there's a huge space here and I don't want it to look empty in the middle when it's printed, or look too heavy, because when it's like too much filled with the stuff, it's gonna look like, you know, it's just like a huge chunk of um, nothing, you know, huge chunk of nothing, because everything is gonna be attached. So I don't want to give that, you know, heavy feeling to this piece, because especially that it's like representing heaven, it has to be like heaven here, and I don't think heaven is that heavy. so so yeah, I still need to figure out what I'm going to do with the other figures. Love the flow of the baby's hair. Thank you so much. I'm a big fan of your scalp, by the way. Uzair, wow, that looks so good. Thank you. Thank you so much. So, yeah, I think I need to continue adding more here. There's another chunk of hair looking like ice cream here. Like this. This third one is smaller, but also it can be long, but a bit far. So the music is gone again. Do you hear the music now? Albano Giovanni wrote on YouTube, I think it's a brain. Yeah, I heard the theory that one of my friends told me the other session that I was streaming, that the whole shape um, of this you know, heaven or whatever it is looks like the brain of human, because in that you know period of time, Michelangelo didn't believe in God, so he made this, you know, this kind of shape to say that God is a creation of human being and it's only in the head of human, but we don't know. But yeah, actually it looks like the brain shape, and also the things inside, all the, you know, fatty meaty things that we see looks like brain. Quite interesting theory. Okay, I'll try to make the second shape of ice cream. I hear the music too loud now. I think I should change music for the next streams. I always say it, but I always forget to actually do it. Okay, I think I'm gonna avoid this tiny little hooks because these shapes are the worst for printing and also casting. In this case, we're not gonna do any casting, but still, it's like it's a very like easy break shape form when it's printed. So I always try to avoid making this, you know, hooked shapes when I'm sculpting. I'll try to just make it slightly similar, but I'm not gonna exaggerate. So what would you guys like to see me sculpting after this? Because I'm thinking of sculpting one more session of streaming this one, the Michel Angelo's painting, and then later I want to change to something new. If you have any suggestions, please write in the comments and I can choose later. I can choose, you know, something maybe not so complex, because this one is really complex. Maybe just one figure could be interesting. Oh, actually, there's a challenge that my friend D-Max told me the other day. I haven't started it yet, but it's a very interesting challenge that there are some portraits of different people and you have to spend only 1 hour to sculpt and finish. You don't have to like refine every detail, but it can be like sketchy, but you have only 1 hour to warm up every day or like once per week. I think there is like 40 different faces, portraits, and yeah, if you want, I can post it later, like post the references. It's in a pure ref. There's also a bunch of other references that you can use for sculpting portraits. It's very interesting. I'm gonna start. I haven't had time to start it yet, but I'm gonna start probably this week. And if I start, I'm thinking of starting to, you know, sculpt in ZBrush for iPad, because it's fun. It doesn't sound like you're working actually when you're working with ZBrush for iPad. It's more relaxing, you know. For me now, the important thing is the silhouette. Once I'm happy with the silhouette, I'm gonna, you know, I'm gonna add more detail in the back of the hair, because right now I am not sculpting the back, because once the silhouette is there, it's easier to, you know, make up other part of the hair based on what you see in the front, like as the reference. Sergio is asking, hi, where I can find that challenge? Okay, I'll post about it. If you have my Instagram, I'm gonna post about it. Maybe posting, or maybe just a story, but I will let you know. If I didn't, please send me a direct message and remind me to do it, because I might forget. Also, another thing about you know, copying from the silhouette. As you can see, I'm copying the silhouette as it is here, and then when I rotate it, it looks too flat. With hair, the good thing about it is that you can always, you know, when it's like this, it's the same as the reference. You rotate it and then grab your move brush and play with it. Nothing's gonna change. You can just you know, put it exactly on the top so your silhouette is not gonna change even just a little bit. And just play to change the form in different directions from, you know, from every side is gonna look interesting. Okay, I'm tired of this hair. Let's do something else. Maybe this leg here. This has to be the leg of this lady. Looks like a lady. This one. I'm not sure if it's her or his leg. I'm not really sure if like this is a female or a male, but to me it looks more like a female. I don't know. So this leg here, and also there's this another part of the cloth. It's the same cloth that I sculpted last Monday. This one is like going all the way up here, as you can see in the reference. There's only one green here, and you don't see it anywhere else but here. So it has to be the same cloth. Hello people on Instagram, what's up? I also want to put this piece of cloth here. Hello D-Max, what's up? I was just talking about you and the challenge. I was saying that you made this challenge for, you know, for the day warm-up to sculpt different kind of portraits for 1 hour and post it later. I haven't started, by the way. I haven't started yet, but I will start. I was very busy. I am very busy still, but I have to do it. Because as I was telling D-Max, I always end up making the same portrait or my own portrait, because, you know, it's the only portrait that I see every day, and it's always like in front of me in the mirror and everywhere. So I end up making my own portrait, and to avoid that, I find it really useful to start with this challenge and sculpt different kind of portraits to you know, get used to sculpt differently, you know. I don't have to sculpt the same portrait every time. Yeah, to have fun, no rush. Yeah, you told me that there's no rush. It's all about having fun and learning all together, because sometimes you feel lazy to do things or study alone by ourselves. But when you see that other people already are posting, it gives you more like motivation to do it. Okay, for this knee I have to add some details. Oh, somebody wrote on Instagram. Hello, did you start it from a base mesh that you modify, or from something more rough as a mannequin? This your usual modeling process for both personal and professional work? Thanks for the answer. For this one, I started with a base mesh for all of them. I started with a base mesh because, as you can see, there are many characters here, and It's just easier to save the time to start from a base mesh. But I usually start with a mannequin or with a base mesh. But it depends. Sometimes it's easier to start from scratch. Depends on what you're sculpting. It depends on the character that you're sculpting. And sometimes it's just easier to start sculpting with a base mesh because you're saving time as I did with this one. But yeah, that is the process that I do all the time. Depending on the project, I choose mannequin or base mesh. But usually it's either mannequin or base mesh. I never start from scratch like using a sphere or things like that. Maybe if it's a creature, yeah, but for like characters like human anatomy, I usually start with base mesh. Uzair, when and how did you learn to sculpt? The whole journey. Well, I started March 2021, and the whole journey was actually quite nice. I loved it from the beginning until now, and every time I'm learning something new, I'm loving it even more. And I studied architecture, and later, when I find out about sculpting and ZBrush, I decided to stop with architecture. Don't waste my time doing architecture, and just followed my passion to sculpting. And yeah. I feel like this knee has to rotate a little bit to the outside. Alright, so it's already 1 hour. If you don't have more questions, I will just leave it here, and I will see you guys next Monday, almost the same hour. But please, if you have any suggestions, because the next Monday is gonna be the last day for me sculpting this, working on this piece. I'm gonna start something new. If you have any ideas, if you have any suggestions of what you would like to see me sculpting and streaming or talk about, just let me know, and I will try my best to make the content that you guys would like to watch. And thank you so much for watching, and see you next week on Monday.